All right, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want to talk about... All right, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want to talk about how you probably don't want to do work. And I'm talking about like the deep work, like business stuff, systems, starting a Shopify store, whatever it is. Clearly, I'm a big business guy because I said the word systems and Shopify. So you know I'm a business guy, but you get my point. Anything, like, it's not like when you're at work and you're doing like some kind of physical labor or you work at a store, like it's nothing like that. Like we're talking, you are avoiding the work that has to be done. So this is more for, the people who are trying to be entrepreneurs, trying to build something. And something I questioned a long time ago, every time I told myself that I didn't want to do the work, what are you left with without the work? This even works at a higher level. Like even if I was making $1 million a year, which I'm not at the moment, I will, but not at the moment. Even if I was making $1 million a year, I could still ask this question because I could be like, I'm making $1 million a year, but if only I wasn't working so much. Okay, like, yeah, you could automate stuff, but like, what are you left with without the work? And now you could argue if you're making money, okay, now you could be traveling, now you could be doing this, but still there is a sense of like, damn, like I would have to fill my time with something, right? So yeah, you could travel, you could do all those good things, but so maybe it is a better question for like the entry level. But either way, because I think when you look at people like Alex Hormozy, he loves the work, right? He's obsessed with it. So ask yourself that. I think all the time, like, if only I could just get this done. Like my brain wants to shortcut it, right? It's like, I wish I could just jump 3 hours ahead and just have it done, right? Or I wish I could cut my time down to a minute. Now, yes, does this logically make sense that it would be a lot better if everything got done in a minute than days, weeks, months? Yes, that logically makes sense. You want things to happen faster. But what are you left with if there is no work? Because if you start removing all the work that you hate or that you want to skip, you're left with nothing. You might have results, which I guess is great, but like, I hope this thought experiment is working for you because it does leave you with like, what am I to do? Like a lot of the times I think that to myself. I'm like, I wish I could just jump forward, jump past the work. It's like, well, then what do I do? Right? If I removed all the work, and again, there's nothing wrong with automating the work either. I plan to at some point. I think that's how a business can scale, is like through automating it and outsourcing. But there is still a sense of like, I guess you'd have to manage the outsourcing, but is that the same amount of work? So basically just a question for me to reframe work and to rethink, because what are you without the work? What do you do without the work? If you removed all the work right now, like, yes, it sounds like this dream scenario where you just skip all the work and get the results, and most people would take that. But for someone who's actually serious about this, it is a genuine question. Because then your day's filled with, like, you now have to fill your day. So yeah, if you have the millions, you can go travel, do all this. But what about right now? What about where you're at now? If you don't have the work, what are you doing all day, right? So I'm not going to repeat it for the 20th time. I think I'm just trying to hit it home and rethinking it as I said it just to make sure it makes sense. So pretty short, but that is going to wrap up the video that I wanted to make today. I just want to get into the habit of pushing out some piece of content every single day because I think I'm just going to take that a lot more seriously. So that is the moral of the story. What are you left with if you don't have the work? You can remove until there's nothing, but then there's nothing. So what do you have? So I think it's a good thought experiment to kind of remind yourself every time you're not wanting to do it or you're wishing you could skip past it. It's like, okay, well, if I didn't have the work, I wouldn't really have anything to do. So yeah, with that said, hope this message resonated with you. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.